what is the competition like in your room, and how have things kind of been the first week and a half, I guess?
Well, I think the competition's really high. I mean, we've got some guys. Kane Pass has played a lot of football, and bringing Rush East over from corner this spring. I think he's making some big strides, and I think some of our younger guys that we didn't really expect to do a lot have started to pick it up and make some plays. And I judge people based on, are you a playmaker or you're not. There's a fine line there of making plays and just being in the right spot, and we got some guys that are making plays. So I'm pleased after 9 practices in how we're progressing, but I still obviously, just like every coach, we got a long way to go.
What is the difference with Russ, and what did you guys see to make that move, I guess, to safety?
Well, I'm probably a little bit biased. I've known Russ since he's a little boy. He's from my hometown, and I saw him play Little League football and make other kids quit because he hit them so hard. And so I think the big thing for him was just to gain his love back. I think anytime you lose your love and your passion for whatever you do, you're not going to be as good at it. And he got that back. He's got his swagger back. I talk to my guys all the time about knowledge, and swagger allows you to play fast, and he's got that right now. And there's no reason he can't be an all ACC type of player.
What are the characteristics that differentiate quarterback from a safety? What makes one guy play one thing and the field?
Well, I think obviously cornerbacks have to cover with a little less space. They got to be a little bit tighter on receivers, as opposed to safety. You have a little bit more space, and the way you see the ball, the ball comes at you at corner a lot of times from behind. So you got to locate the ball from behind, and then as a safety, the tackling aspect, you're into the box and you're into the run fit a pretty good bit, which makes it a lot more physical part of the game. And then at safety, you're the quarterback of the defense. You make a lot of the calls and a lot of the communications. That's probably the main things.
This may not be that relevant, but you mentioned knowing Craig as a little boy. Were you around for the LaFews?
Yeah, well, they're I don't want to tell my age, but yeah, the LaFews. I played Little League baseball with Bobby. And knew Travis, knew the whole family, so yes, I know them very well.
I told my age by asking the question.
What's for you? You mentioned some other guys. Anybody that has stood out that maybe you didn't expect, or any of the newcomers?
Yeah, well, Jack Fago is one that every day he flashes, and he's a walk-on guy that earned a scholarship this spring. And every single day he flashes, and what I mean by flash, you look on the tape and he's making a big play. And he's come along. He's a guy that has really, stepped his play up, and I have no problem putting him in a ball game, and I think he can help us win. As well as Trinell Troutman. Trinell Troutman's a guy that didn't play a lot last year, that in the spring was lost as Hogan's GOAT. He was going everywhere, and now he knows where he's going and what he's doing, and he's making some tackles and being physical and making plays on the ball, so I'm pleased at his progress.
There's a lot of turnovers in the scrimmage. How much of that came from your group, and what was the cause of that?
Well, we've got a saying, if you want to make money playing football, you got to make plays on the ball. So some of that was the defensive line getting great pressure on the linebackers, and the balls overthrown. We always say tips and overthrows. You got to get those. And so there were some overthrown balls, and we caught them. And we work a lot on finishing on plays, meaning catching the ball and making pass breakups. So I was pleasing to see those drills and things we've been focusing and harping on show up on the scrimmage field.
Because you got a lot of guys kind of fighting for some time. What is that competition like between all of them?
Well, I think the competition's been good. Today was the first day I started mixing and matching guys a little bit. What I mean by that is putting the 1 guys with the 2s and the 2s with the 3s, and kind of mixing and matching, because throughout the course of a year you'll have guys that get injured. And now 2 guys maybe played together the entire year, and now all of a sudden he's playing with a new guy. And so I've been doing that. The competition's been positive and healthy. And the one thing I love about our safety room is the guys all pull for each other. And that's a culture that we're trying to build within our room, is be for each and every guy. And we're a family, and we're a next man up mentality. If one guy gets hurt, we expect that next guy to go in there and make plays, and do that by building confidence in each other.
Has the scrimmage helped you kind of narrow down a rotation of what you might want to put on the field, or you still kind of evaluating that?
Well, not yet. Other than those first 2, the first 2 guys I think are pretty solid. But other than that, down the 2s, 3s, those guys are still jockeying for position, and it'll come down to who's consistent and who can make plays.
Kane has played a lot of football here, and it seems like each time it's kind of like, okay, he's kind of the guy that nobody kind of mentions, and then he wins a spot every year, and it seems like he's just kind of consistent. Have you seen that?
Yeah, Kane's really intelligent. Kane's really smart. Even though he doesn't say anything, he could stand right here and you would not know he was there because he's very quiet. But he's very intelligent, very football smart, and that's why Kane is kind of that old faithful. And so he's done a much better job this fall camp of making plays and being confident and going and attacking the ball. But I think he's played a lot of reps because the coaches could always count on him to be in the right spot and get other guys lined up. And he's continuing to do that right now.
Those first two, you said you were pretty solid, referring to.
Well, Russ and Kane are the starters right now. Russ at strong and Kane at free. Those two guys work really well together. Right now I do a voting depth chart, so the guys in the room voted those two guys as starters, and that's how we roll.
All right.
Good. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.